What's going on, crew? It's your boy Serrano, and welcome back to another video. Today we have a quick comparison of the Motorola One on the left and the Motorola E5 Plus on the right. Now, the one on the left, the Moto, has a Type-C connector, whereas the micro USB is on the Motorola E5 Plus. Now, the Motorola One has a 3000 milliamp hour battery, whereas the Motorola E5 Plus has a 5000 milliamp hour battery. Now, both of these phones can get through the whole day, and you can see we have two cameras on the Motorola One versus one camera on the Motorola E5 Plus. Now, both have those Motorola gestures, Motorola features, and Moto display, and we're going to go ahead and test out the fingerprint sensor just to see which one opens up a little bit quicker. So let's go ahead and see which device is going to open up quicker. Obviously the one on the left, which is the Motorola One, was actually a little bit quicker. We got the Motorola E5 Plus on the left and the Moto One on the right. Okay guys, now we got the Motorola E5 Plus on the left, and we got the Motorola Moto One on the right. So tell me which one looks actually better and which one is of your preference. So we're using both Motorola devices. Both of these are under $200. The Motorola P30 Play, you can find it for around $180. Same thing with the Motorola E5 Plus, you can find it for less than $180. Probably get it for a port over special if you get it from Metro. But this is the full front-facing camera at 1080p 30 frames per second. Now, when it comes to both of these devices side by side, and you compare their build quality and performance and just basically their displays and everything like that, they're basically very comparable. You're getting a bigger screen with the Moto E5 Plus at 5.9 inches. You're getting on the Motorola One, but the 6 inches on the Moto E5 Plus. Now, the Moto E5 Plus did offer 268 pixels per inch versus the one having 287, which is a little bit more, and a bigger ratio, which is 19:9 on the one versus 18:9 on the E5 Plus. You're also getting a Snapdragon 625 on the Motorola One and a Snapdragon 425 on the Motorola E5 Plus, Adreno 506 on the Motorola One, and Adreno 308 on the Moto E5 Plus. Now, the Motorola One was clocked in at 2.0 gigahertz, and the Moto E5 Plus was clocked in at 1.4. So both of these devices did have really cool cameras. The Motorola E5 Plus did have a 16 megapixel, actually a 12 megapixel, what am I talking about? And the Motorola One had a 13 megapixel paired with a 2 megapixel, which could record in 4K. And they both were expandable up to 256 gigabytes. Now, the Motorola One has 4 gigabytes of RAM, and the Motorola E5 Plus has 3 gigabytes of RAM. But they definitely did perform really good. The front-facing cameras on the Motorola E5 Plus was a 5 megapixel versus the 8 megapixel on the Motorola One, with the Type-C charging versus the micro USB charging on the Motorola E5 Plus. So I can definitely say that the features were definitely pretty cool on both devices. You were getting the 15-watt charging on both devices, fast charging, which is definitely pretty cool, and a bigger battery on the Motorola E5 Plus. But with the Motorola One, you did get 9.0 out of box, and this is the Chinese version, which is Chinese. It has the operating system of 9.0 Android One, but because it's the Motorola One from Chinese version, it doesn't actually have the most current software because it's the Chinese version. But it does have 9.0, so you can't complain whatsoever. It definitely performs really good with the 64 gigabytes of ROM and 4 gigabytes of RAM. Now you can see both side by side. The screens almost look pretty much the same size. You're getting more warmer colors on the Motorola One versus some cooler colors. We could definitely change both temperatures of the displays on both devices. So they're both really comparable when it came to performance. However, the Motorola One definitely performs a lot better when it comes to gaming, which you will notice because it's just a heck of a lot smoother and a lot quicker when it comes to rendering graphics. Which you can see right here, just a tad bit quicker on social media, Tinder. So this is the scumbag activities right here. But like you can see they both do a really good job when it comes to multimedia and social media. So that one went to that's the Moto E5 Plus right there. So you can see like when it comes to light apps, they're pretty close when it comes to performance. However, when it comes to like gaming and heavier performance, you definitely got to give it to the Motorola One. But honestly, I can say both of these devices are really powerful in their respective price points. They both do have facial recognition. Actually, no. They do both have facial recognition, except the Motorola E5 Plus has that. I think it's called that smart lock, where you have to get the facial recognition, or it might not even have it at all. But the Motorola One definitely has facial recognition feature built right in. So you can see right here, just comparing some of the performance. But one of the things about the Motorola E5 Plus is it's a brick in your hand. It's definitely a lot more heavier when you're comparing it to the Motorola E5 to the One. So the E5 Plus is definitely heavier. So I would say, like, if you're like a dude, the E5 Plus would definitely be better because it's more like heavier and larger screen, versus if you're like a female, the Motorola One is definitely a little bit more compact in your hand and a little bit lighter, and that's one of the better. It feels really good when you're holding it because it's like a smaller form factor with a larger display, and it's definitely like really good when I was using it. I like both of these devices. Tell me which ones have the better like colors and everything in your opinion, as far as the displays and everything like that. I definitely liked the performance on both of these. You can see which one's opening up quickly in the memory department, just the extra gigabyte of RAM for the Motorola One, but both honestly opened up all the apps, and there wasn't any like reopening of apps, which was definitely good to see for both of these things. So let's just clear out all the apps real quick, and I definitely could say that both of these devices do. I still like using both. I use both of them like pretty much every day. Obviously, I have a lot of devices, so I have to rotate them. But you're getting that clean software on both. It's just really, honestly, I think Motorola, if for budget devices, is probably like top 2, top 3 when it comes to Motorola, when it comes to budget devices, because like their devices stay optimized for a very long time, and I noticed that they don't really slow down over time, so you're not going to be experiencing the same slowdown that you would on other devices, like in other departments, any other manufacturers. But that's one of the advantages of Motorola, because I've had both of these things for just about under a year, and I could say, well, the Motorola I have for a year, the E5 Plus, but the Motorola one I have for like maybe 6 months, 8 months. But tell me what you guys think down below. Tell me what you guys think about both of these devices. Which one actually looks better to you? But I appreciate you guys. Stay locked in for more videos just like this. Make sure you have a great morning, afternoon, evening, and hit that like button. I appreciate every last one of you. Stay locked in, and later, crew. I'll check you guys later. Peace.